Good evening, family, friends, faculty, and most importantly, the graduating class of 2025. It's an honor to stand here tonight celebrating you on a very special occasion. You've been through so much together as a class: chaos, challenges, change, but you never stopped showing up. You brought heart, you brought humor, and man, did you bring the hustle. When nothing was certain, you found your footing. When plans got scrapped, you adapted. When connecting got complicated, you figured out how to stay real with each other. What defines you isn't what life threw at you, it's how you responded. Tonight, we honor the strength, the spirit, and the growth that brought you to this moment. I want to tell you why getting to know you all has been such a joy, and it starts with where I come from. I grew up in a small family business centered around hospitality and tourism. From the time I was little, I was surrounded by a world where people genuinely mattered. Success wasn't just about providing a service, it was about forming real connections with people we served. It was rarely transactional, it was deeply personal, sometimes messy, but always meaningful. My mom had this gift. She had a knack for understanding people, not just their names, but their stories, their rhythms, what made them tick, their why. She taught me early on that if you really want to understand someone, you have to be curious about who they are beneath whatever they're showing you on the surface, because the most interesting parts of a person usually live under the hood. This curiosity stuck with me. Anyone who's had a conversation with me knows it often resembles a friendly interrogation. By the end, I know your childhood pet's name and your biggest fear. Needless to say, your internet security password has absolutely been compromised. But here's the thing. I genuinely believe that every person has a story worth discovering. Which brings me to the speech. When I was granted the privilege to speak tonight, I couldn't just stand up here and share my own observations. I needed the whole story. So I did what I do. I started asking questions. I talked to students, to staff, to coaches, advisors, teachers, friends, anyone who had seen you through a different lens, to develop a deeper, more comprehensive understanding of how you have shown up at Minnetonka. My first conversation was with a young man working late in the VANTAGE building. I began with the simple question: can you describe the class of 2021 in one word? Without missing a beat, he said, hungry. That really struck me as deep. Driven, ambitious, hungry for opportunity, for change, for meaning. Then he clarified, no, like literally hungry. I watched one guy demolish 5 bags of Gardettos during class. It was honestly concerning. At that moment, I could tell I was on the right track, and I felt certain my quest for understanding would be entertaining, to say the least. So after first considering an investment in a company with a snack food division, I continued my journey. What followed were conversations about triumphs, failures, and some creative interpretations of school policy. I heard words like resilient, charismatic, go-getters, and waymakers. Mr. Beerley shared that you are unexpected high achievers who consistently outperformed expectations. Ms. Nanda Kumar highlighted your quiet fortitude and noted that you are not flashy, but simply unstoppable. When I was done, I had pages of insights: driven, ambitious, collaborative, community-oriented, innovative explorers who connect ideas and do things differently. To make sense of it all, I turned to AI, a tool some of our seniors have leaned into a little bit more than others, to help identify patterns. 5 clear, consistent themes emerged. First, you find new ways to do things. You're natural go-getters who don't sit around waiting for direction. You invent the path. You're excited to navigate new territory and figure out things as you go. You've learned to test ideas, experiment with solutions, and connect concepts in ways that surprise people. That's not just creativity, that's courage. Second, you're passionate and proactive. Your energy shows up everywhere. You're motivated and engaged learners who get excited about discovering new things. You don't wait for opportunities to come to you. You create them. This drive is infectious and it's powerful. Third, you are genuinely clever and discerning. You spot patterns others miss. You connect ideas across disciplines, across experiences, in ways that create something new. You've developed this incredible ability to judge what's real and what's fake, a skill that's becoming more valuable every single day. Fourth, you creatively redefine the rules. You challenge tradition. You ask why not and what if. You rethink systems that aren't working and dream up better ways of working and leading. Fifth, you are absolute hustlers with flexible competencies. You work hard and you show up, even when nobody's watching. But here's what sets you apart. You've learned to navigate a world of uncertainty with grace. You've developed the ability to adapt, to learn new skills on the fly, and to live and work with all kinds of people. As I considered these 5 patterns, I kept seeing the same thing over and over. Everything leads back to hunger. Yes, you might be literally hungry, but you're also hungry to learn, hungry to build, hungry to matter, and hungry to connect. And here's the thing about your particular brand of hunger. It's not shallow. It's not performative. It's rooted in the desire to really know people. Maybe that's because your formative years taught you that surface level connection isn't enough. You didn't give up when connection became harder. You went deeper. You learned that if you really want to connect with someone, you have to look under the hood. You have to be curious enough to ask and kind enough to listen. This brings me back to what my mom taught me so many years ago in that small family business. No metric, no title, no achievement will ever replace the power of making someone feel genuinely important, really seen, known, valued. Your hunger for genuine human connection is your superpower. As you move forward, use your innovation to solve problems that matter. Use your passion to stand up for what's right and amplify voices that go unheard. Use your cleverness to lift people up and spark joy and understanding. Use your rule bending to create solutions that make life more connecting and meaningful. Use your resilience and adaptability to lead with integrity and create opportunities for others. But through it all, let that hunger for connection guide you towards people. So as you leave here tonight as these clever, passionate, creative, driven, wonderfully hungry humans, I hope you'll remember to pause sometimes, ask questions, listen closely, make people feel like they matter. Because no matter what field you go into, no matter how far you go, that's what will define the legacy you leave behind. Class of 2025, thank you for letting us really see you. Congratulations.